Also auf jeden Fall. Ja, dieses alle Kinobild. Wie gesagt, das Spiel gibt mir keine Pause.
Here, this will serve as a good spot to cross over.
Ich habe mittlerweile sehr viele Thumbnails für 4 Folgen.
Arlecchino, hold up a second. Since you brought us all this, we still haven't got the slightest idea what's going on here. And if even Columbina doesn't know where the—
Simple. Because I am an inheritor of the royal bloodline of the Crimson Moon.
Huh?
Als wäre das jetzt so überraschend.
Are you serious? Isn't
Your surprise is understandable. I was also taken aback, but the more I thought about it, the more I realized. When I was young, I discovered I could wield a very special kind of fire. What's more, whenever I experienced strong bursts of emotion or drew too deeply on this power, it was like— Exactly. That is why my hands are like this, too. At first, I saw it only as a curse, but once I became a harbinger, the jest together with my own investigations over the past few years, there are, for instance, take the so-called Crimson Moon. In truth, it is nothing more than the shattered remnants of the iridescent moon, fused with the abyss to prolong its lifespan. Since this blood flame was bestowed upon me by the Crimson Moon, it is a fusion of the iridescent moon's former power and the corruption of the abyss. You all understand the nature of the abyss well enough. I draw upon its power, and in return, it hungers for my soul. This strange blackness is—
If I recall correctly, you once told me that if the corruption ever made it to your heart, you'd become a
Yes. And that's the reason I'm always careful not to push my power too far. It's essentially—
Oh, sounds intense.
Anyway, the rest of my story can wait. Is there anything else about the Crimson Moon or the iridescent moon?
Paimon has a question. So, the crimson moon that the Karians used to worship was actually the iridescent moon, right? Does that mean that the Karians were to the crimson moon as the frost moon scions are to the frost moon?
So much of that history has been lost. We have no way of knowing exactly what they were like, but I would suspect that the Conrians weren't as devout in their moon worship as it might appear. The iridescent moon's remains simply served— Later on, perhaps someone discovered a way to make direct contact with the abyss. Or maybe there was some kind of ideological divide. Either way, a dissenting factions— Still, even with the dark sun looming high overhead, the Crimson Moon's glow never truly faded. If you want living proof—
The first time we met, I sensed something familiar when I looked at you. I felt I could see that mysterious red moon in the corner of my eye. In your flames, I saw its broken—
Well, I appreciate that you kept it to yourself. Much about the Crimson Moon is still a mystery, and I'd prefer not to end up as the object of an— Anyway, time is against us here, so if there's— I just want to make sure I've got one thing straight. In her letter, Sandrone mentioned that since you are unable to contain the iridescent moon's marrow yourself—
That's right. For now, it's the iridescent moon is already part of who you are. So with its marrow in your possession—
Deal. Then let's get started.
Get what started? What does this place have to do with the—
When I first became a harbinger, the jester gave me a book called Harry, also known as Leobranto Inamorato. You should be able to buy a copy next time you're in Fontaine. It's a love story set in the Crimson Moon era, but setting aside the tangled romances of its characters. In the Crimson Moon era, or so the story goes, there was an orphanage that received children—
Beyond the bounds of this world? For real?
The Crimson Moon sages they made these children crawl up a fireplace and kept asking them, "Have you died? Did you see it?" Until they finally— The adults embraced the children who passed the ritual, telling them— Within the book leaves much unsaid, but I suspect that this was their way of branding the children they had enrolled. leaving an indelible mark upon them so that they would forever live in the Crimson Moon's light.
That explains why I can't sense the Crimson Moon's marrow in this world.
But there's no fireplace here. Do you see a chimney anywhere? Oh, are we supposed to build it ourselves? Okay, fine. Paimon will go find—
That won't be necessary. The fireplace is purely symbolic. The key to the ritual is crossing the flames between two worlds. In other words, the flames that burn within me. Those burned away by such flames leave behind a kind of ghostly afterimage in the world. In the days of Conria, people believed they could be used to bridge the gap. In short, I can open a passage to that space for you. The catch is I'll need to stay on this side to keep the passage open. So I won't be able to come with you. Once you're inside, you'll have to—
Okay.
Very well.
Das hört sich irgendwie so an, als würde sie mich töten.
Traveler, spare me a little more moonlight if you... Thank you. I feel like I've recovered some of my...
Moment, das hätten wir doch schon die ganze Zeit machen können.
Mistress of the seven hues of ages past, great mother of the present, crimson-clad sovereign of the two realms, by fire severed, by fire renewed, I offer myself now and beseech your descent.
Sieht nicht sehr vertrauenswürdig aus, not gonna lie.
Whoa!
One word of advice. As you're crossing over, no matter what voices you hear, do not answer.
Got it.
I sense a sinister gloom inside. I feel that I am about to meet an old friend who has changed beyond...
Das sieht schon irgendwie echt cool aus. Guckt euch das mal an. Das Wasser ist einfach gut am Verbrennen, kann das sein?
I sense your presence and crave you death and rebirth. Wait, why are you? You have crossed over from another world, transcended me
Darf nicht antworten, ne?
I have no right to.
Ist das jetzt noch der Übergang hier? Oder was genau?
Hey, look up at the sky! A red moon! This must be the spot, right? Is that the abyss? It's practically...
What a tragic sight. Fragments of your broken body, seized by the abyss, and hung up aloft like mummified remains.
Careful! There's something spooky about this place. Feels like some... Paimon's right back. By the way, Columbina, didn't you tell us that the iridescent moon had shattered into pieces? The moon up there looks pretty whole to Paimon. How is that possible?
In dem Sinne, ich glaube, ich nehme alle Kino mit. Oh ja, hier sind nämlich auch Geshnas.
Overruled!
Wäre ja doof, wenn wir die Geschnoss nicht töten.
Just like I thought. It was only a facade.
Teamwork is dream.
Macht einfach viel zu viel Spaß, auch mit alle Kino da durchzurennen. Sieht schon cool aus mit dem Mond im Hintergrund. Das ist ein ziemlich kleiner Mond, though. So wie er jetzt aussieht.
Go on. This is where you fall. Laid back. I'm going in.
Sieht das
Rain
zumindest so aus,
outlines
als
your
könnte man ihn
fate.
einigermaßen
Let me weave you.
beherrschen.
Fulfill our pact.
Yes.
You two. Time to.
Flup, flup.
Huh? Huh? For real? That's...
No. It's coming from under the mountain.
Let's see. Ah! There's some kind of weird shadow over the... Wait, see
Das
that?
ist Abyss-Korruption. Da haben wir auch schon viel gesehen. In dieser Abyss-Welt war ich auch schon viel
Looks
zu
like
oft.
a device from the time of Kalia. Maybe people once came here to study the Crimson Moon's domain, and they left this behind. Oh, if we can activate it, we might find some clues.
Ja, aber das heißt, jemand muss den ja auch hier versteckt haben mit Absicht aus Kanria, wenn hier so schöne Dinger
Look at
hier stehen.
that! Do you think these mechanisms might be the key?
Felindis, we'll leave the rest of the research in your hands. We'll be heading back now.
I hope this isn't ruining date night. Ugh. Mind your own business. Just leave me some.
Felindis? Is that Rere's girlfriend? How come we're hearing her voice here? Oh yeah. So, do you think
The Abyss has made this space extremely unstable. Maybe that's why some of the things she said and did were preserved here. Like
Whenever I see this view, it takes me back to a waning moon. Oh, lifeless
Ihr versteht,
damsel,
was ich meine. Sie sieht
weeping
nicht so
on the
aus wie so
mountain
ein
crest.
klassischer NPC.
For me, of all people, to be here.
Oder? Vom Gesicht her vielleicht ein bisschen. Hm. Sieht schon cool aus mit dem Mond.
Looks like the Abyss has messed up this mechanism. We need to find a way to get it working again. Let's see if there are any other devices nearby.
Mit dem Device den Device abschießen.
Teamwork is dream.
Imagine alle Kino kriegt jetzt einen Buff dadurch. wenn sie
Witness
diesen Buff
my
haben.
rise. Show no mercy. Get to work. See, Laline. Overruled.
Flup, flup. Es macht mir wieder Spaß, mit alle Kino zu spielen. Habe ich lange nicht mehr gemacht. Irgendwie. Einen dritten Turm müssen wir noch aktivieren. So. Und zack. Das ist eigentlich ein See.
see. So the moon marrow, or rather the power of the 3 moons, is the key to unlocking. If it really does exist, then
Meint ihr, das Wasser ist böse? Es ist super böse.
We better pull back for now.
Adventure time.
Nicht so gutes Wasser.
Take cover behind the rocks.
Wie habe ich den jetzt gereinigt? Na egal. Die Abyss-Korrosion ist freigegeben. So, aber der sich jetzt von allein der Mond?
with the Abyss inhibitors in place, I should... Oh, Revier. With every step you take, you're drifting further from what you truly desire. But you're not the root of the problem. Ever since that outsider... If only I could get my hands on that...
Hey, look! The moon's reflection is back to normal! Elendis' voice mentioned a chamber with the moon marrow.
It must be. For within it...
And there's no time to lose! What?
Wie das Gefühl... Komme ich da jetzt einfach rein, oder? Oh, shit. Das wollte ich nicht drücken. Komme ich da jetzt einfach irgendwie rein?
Off we
Oder?
go.
Ich kann drauf laufen. Bin ich jetzt im Mond eigentlich drin?
These things are so creepy! Oh, looks like we'll have to destroy them if we want to get to the iridescent moon's marrow. That must be the iridescent moon's marrow! Oh, but we'll need to destroy these things before we
Och
can reach it!
nö. Nicht die Asche.
Everybody stand! No, my sword! Rain cutter! Show no mercy! Suffer the wrath! Transfixed!
Das ist da schon wieder da so dumm oben dran, ey.
Let's light it up! Everlasting as the moon!
Die ist richtig am Verbluten.
I'm going in! Witness the power. Fulfill our pact! Overruled!
Shit. Ich habe ihre Heilblockade weggemacht.
Let's light it up! Show no mercy! See, Laline,
Oh mein Gott, ja.
everybody stand back!
Gut, das ist ja richtig lang.
Laid bare.
Egal.
Hang in there! We're so close!
Dann holen wir uns die letzte Mondmarkt.
Witness my rise. Transfixed. Teamwork is dreamwork. Let me weave you a... Fulfill our pact.
Was ist denn der blöde Wicht da oben? Ja, ich hänge schon wieder irgendwo zwischen irgendwas
You
fest.
two. Time to end them.
Oh. Oh. Zitlali hat mal wieder gezaubert. Eigentlich feste Überzeugung, dass ich gleich mit Dings einsetzen muss. Sie ist immer noch ein bisschen
The
kaputt.
iridescent moon's marrow. Still burning away like an... If we can purify the abyssal power...
Kann ich hier rausholen? Das ist zu viel.
And so... Say, huh? At long last. I can see. I'm sorry. I lied to you. Even knowing what was to come, the moment the moon shattered, my body began to split apart piece by piece. Like, tell me, what was it that brought you to us all that time ago? If you look so puzzled, but trust me when I say that everything...
Hypo?
What was that all about? It sounded like she was speaking to a long-lost friend. But
perhaps she took me for the god for a fading soul like hers. Our auras must be too similar to tell apart.
But anyway, we've got the iridescent moon's marrow now. That should... Alright. Time to look...
Ich glaube, wir werden jetzt nochmal geambusht.
That's odd. This place looks different than when we came in.
Waning moon.
Huh?
Oh, lifeless damsel.
Oh. Hurry! The place is collapsing!
It wants to trap us here.
Who's it? The abyss?
Now we've taken the moon marrow. All that's left here is a dark will. It will show us no mercy. Give it back! The crimson moons! My marrow! My heart!
Wölfe.
The exit's blocked! They're back! Now what do we do?
This is where you fall. Witness my rise.
Hey, it's...
What are you waiting for?
So, Kollegin Schnürschuh. Oder so. Zeit für die Mondmarker. Deal is off. Ich behalte sie. Ich finde die viel zu cool.
Oh, wait, is that you, Arlecchino? Wait, your hands! They're...
Oh, this? Don't worry. It's a small price to pay. The Abyss wanted to trap you inside, and I defied its will by bringing you out. No wonder it's a little angry. No. I have paid the price, albeit a small one, and it cannot be undone. My hands have already fused with the Abyss. Purification would simply just...
Oh, we're so sorry, Arlecchino.
As much as I'd like to call it a favor, the truth is, I was simply
Yes, you did your part. And as promised, I will leave the iridescent moon's marrow in your care.
Würde das nicht noch mehr
I'll take that as a
attackieren?
blessing. Now,
Wenn ich da jetzt auch noch meine Hand drauflege, dann sind ja alle Mondmarks wieder zusammen. Oder nicht?
feeling stronger?
Hey,
By the Frost Moon's authority alone, wielding the power of the other moons was always going to be a stretch. Still, I think it's fair to say that your strength has returned.
It's still not enough. There's no way I could just... One more ray of moonlight, if you would. It's okay.
Aber ist alle Kinder jetzt nicht mächtig
How about
genug,
now?
um so ein bisschen zu bebieten?
At the very least, I won't have to... I want to see him gone from Nod-Krai.
Well, it's good. When I first met you, you didn't strike me as a ray of moonlight. More like a wisp of fog, but now, you're full of vitality. Just like the Frost Moon, once the brightest of them all.
Thank you. Look after yourself too, Arlecchino. But whatever you're after, don't let the Abyss take a hold of you.
I appreciate the concern, Columbina. Although perhaps it's time you took a new name.
A new name?
Kutar, the Moon Maiden, Columbina. They're nothing more than... We often use code names in the House of the Hearth, too. But it's knowing your real name that keeps you grounded. All I'll say is this. All right, that's it from me. I'll get...
You're the best!
I appreciate the gesture. It speaks to your good character.
Und so geht das Lied des leeren Mondes zu Ende.
It was a close call, but we got the iridescent moon's marrow and restored Columbina's strength. And that's all that matters.
Mein Head ist full
In
mit
other words,
Story.
mission
Lollis.
accomplished.
Ich
Hannah
bedanke
wonders how
mich
everyone else
wie
is doing.
immer fürs Zuschauen. Wir hören uns in der nächsten Folge wieder, wenn es wieder absolut krank wird. Bis zum nächsten Mal. Ciao, ciao.